Normally, I have a very clear reason for reading a book. Normally, I don't buy books at random. Actually, I never do that. I never do that. And I normally buy one book at a time, maybe two, because I want to start a book and finish it, and then start another one. I cannot read more than one book at a time because I feel, I don't know. This is how my mind works. I want to start a thing and finish it. Okay, but I've just bought five. I've bought five books for the summer. I discovered this app called Vinted, and books are very cheap there, secondhand books. And I saw one, then another, then another. And I thought, okay, now I'm gonna buy them all before someone else buys them. And I bought these five books, and I'm gonna tell you why I decided to read these. Maybe we have the same reasons for reading. Maybe we have the same tastes, maybe, and or maybe not, But let's see. So the first one, I'm going to tell you a few stories as well. The first one is The Language of Kindness, a Nurse's Story by Christy Watson. Now, I have a story about kindness, and it's this. I'm not a religious person. I'm not a spiritual person. I don't believe in God. I'm agnostic. Okay? So I'm not religious, I'm not spiritual. But in 2017, I decided to take a silent meditation retreat, 10-day silent meditation retreat in South Korea. I was traveling in Southeast Asia. I knew that I wanted to do that meditation course. There was one spot in South Korea. I was going to South Korea, and I took it there with my partner Aloha. And I didn't want to take it because I wanted to become a Buddhist or anything. I took it as a challenge. I thought, what if I spend 10 days in silence with no phones, no reading, no writing, no internet, no radios, nothing. And let's see, just me with my thoughts, with my mind, let's see what happens. The only thing that we would do, the only input that we would get was a video every night. And it was a lecture, like a sort of lecture, let's say, by this man called Goenka, who was the spiritual teacher there. These videos are online, by the way. I'll put the link below if you want to watch them. And those videos, really, they opened my mind, because the stories that this man was telling us, the anecdotes, it was all about being kind. It wasn't about religion. It wasn't about anything else but kindness, being kind to one another. And from that day, I discovered what we are here for. This is my take on our life purpose, and it's to be kind, right? It's as simple as that. There's nothing. It's to be kind to one another, and I'm not talking about the wars. I'm not talking about the big, peace in the world, all these things. Of course, also that, but I'm talking more about our daily things that happen in our daily life. Someone jumps the queue in the supermarket. Someone pisses you off, your boss, your wife, your friend. Someone leaves a bad comment on your social media account. Like, there are millions of things that can happen that will piss you off and that will make you angry, and they will make you unkind, potentially unkind. Okay? It's a big thing here, but I then read a book called Nonviolent Communication, which is here, A Language of Life. This book is probably my top 3 of all the books that I've read. And that book reinforced this belief that we are here to be kind. That's it. And that's why I want to learn. I want to see what this nurse has to say. I want to read what this nurse has to say about the language of kindness. I'm sure she worked as a nurse for 20 years. She must have something to tell us. And being kind is fucking hard. It's very, very hard. Excuse my language, but it's very, very hard. And you have to work on it every single day. I'm not saying that I'm kind. It's very hard to be kind. Even it's easy to be kind when everything is nothing wrong is happening in your life. Everything is okay in your life. Okay, you're kind. But what if when bad things start happening? Well, can you be kind? Let's read that book and see. Second book, Umberto Eco. This is the Italian version, the original version. Come viaggiare con un salmone, which translates into English as How to Travel with a Salmon. Umberto Eco was an Italian philosopher. He died in 2016. And this is a collection of essays. It's a collection of essays I love. Maybe you know already, if you watched some of my other videos, you know that I love collections. Collection of essays, collection of stories. I love when we have a chapter that starts and finishes. And this is one of those books. I think it's funny. I've read the first 30 pages. There are some funny things here. And there's a list, like the table of contents. You can find how to use what's this? Oh, how to eat ice cream. How not to talk about football. How to become popular. How to be a philosopher in your house. How to use a taxi driver. How to eat on a plane. So all these essays that are meant to be funny, I think, because I've read the first two and they're quite, he uses sarcasm and irony. I like it. I already like it because it's a collection of things. I don't know if it's a good collection of essays, but that's why I want to read this book. And that's the second one. Have a look at this one. Look at the cover. I want to read this book just because of the cover. Yellow Face. This is a novel by Rebecca F. Kuang, the #1 global sensation. And that's why I'm reading this book, because I cannot read fiction unless it's a global sensation. I've read, how many novels have I read? I think I've read fewer than 10 novels. When I was a teenager, I read a lot of these ones. Goosebumps by R.L. Stein. I think I've read maybe 60 of those. Horror stories for teens. And then, I cannot read fiction, but I want to force myself to read fiction. I've read 1994, Animal Farm, The Shadow of the Wind, The Da Vinci Code, and something else. But as you can see, very few novels. This one is a global sensation. It's a story of a writer, so this makes me interested in this as well. And addictive, hugely entertaining. Stephen King. I think Stephen King said something great about this book. And then I thought, okay, I must read. I should force myself to read at least one novel a year. And if that's an unpopular, not a famous novel, it's already hard for me to read it. So I need to find something very popular. Let's see. I usually consume fiction in the form of movies and TV series. TV series, not so many, to be honest. Actually, I don't watch a lot of TV series, but for example, Black Mirror and Breaking Bad, two of my favorite TV series. But I don't watch many. I watch more movies, a lot more movies than TV series. What else? I've got Nobody Wants to Read Your Shit and Other Tough Love Truths to Make You a Better Writer. Truths. Very hard for me to pronounce this word. Truths. To Make You a Better Writer by Steven Pressfield. Steven Pressfield is the author of The War of Art, which I haven't read. I've read many great things about The War of Art. And I decided to read this because of the title. Nobody Wants to Read Your Shit. To be honest, I've already read this. And it's a book that will help you if you write fiction. It will help you. It's especially helpful if you write fiction, if you're writing a novel or a short story. But there is some good advice for writers if you're writing non-fiction as well. There are some high-level concepts here. It's a collection of short chapters. Some chapters are 2 sentences long, and I'm not sure why. To be honest, I'm not sure why. This one. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? I don't know. I'm not sure here. Why waste a page for only a couple of sentences? And they're not great sentences. They're not so inspiring. I gave it 3 stars to this book. I'll probably tell you more in another review. But I wanted to read this book because I wanted to learn from Steven Pressfield. Apparently he's a great writer. Apparently he's the author of The War of Art. I heard him on the Tim Ferriss show, and I liked what he said. So when I saw this book on Vinted, I thought, that app, I thought, yes, I'm gonna read this. 3 stars, but I need to read more books by Pressfield. Talking of Tim Ferriss, The 4-Hour Work Week. Escape the 9 to 5, live anywhere, and join the new rich. Now, Tim Ferriss. I know that some people don't like Tim Ferriss. I am not a huge fan. I'm not even a fan, but I sometimes listen to his show, and I like the guests. I like the way he interacts. I like his ideas. I've seen this book everywhere online. It's an old book. It was written in 2007, and I've read a couple of reviews. I think, I came across a couple of reviews, because normally I don't read the reviews before buying the book, but I came across a couple of reviews that said, cheap self-help, waste of time, something like this. But I also came across a couple of videos, short videos, recommending this book. And I thought, why not? Why not? Derek Sivers, who was a guest here on my YouTube channel, my podcast, likes this book. So I thought, okay, I want to read it. I know who Tim Ferriss is. I'm not trying to escape the 9 to 5 because I don't work 9 to 5. I'm a freelancer. I'm not trying to live anywhere. I cannot move from here. I've got a mortgage now. I mean, I've had a mortgage for 5 years. And join the new rich. What's this? I don't know. What is the new rich? The new rich people, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to read here, but I wanted to check it out. The 4-Hour Work Week. Is it possible to work 4 hours a week? Maybe. Do I want to work 4 hours a week? 4 hours a week? I'm not sure, because I like my job. So, what would I do for the rest of the time? Read? Run? Play video games? Write? Eat? Not sure if I want to work 4 hours a week. Travel? Well, maybe I could travel. Anyway, and then I've got these. I've ordered 20 copies of my book, and I don't know what to do with them. They were on sale. Like the self-publishing company that publishes my book said, they sent me an email. They said, if you want to buy some copies, they are for you, for yourself. There's a discount on the prints, so you want to buy them? I thought, yes, why not? I'll buy 20 copies, and I don't know what to do with them. I need to sell them. I want to sell them, but how? I could go to the supermarket maybe, and say, do you want to buy my book? It's a book about language learning. I don't know if in a supermarket I will find any interested readers. Anyway, okay. I think I don't have anything else to say, except that on Monday we'll start the Tiny Book Writing Group. There's a link below. It's a group of writers. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're a writer and you want to improve your writing, or you want to keep improving your writing, consider joining my private email list, Better Writers. I send one short email every week. I share tips, insights, things that I learn, book recommendations to help you do one thing only: become a better writer. The link is in the show notes or in the description of this video. Thank you for listening once again. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.